Hello and welcome, everybody. Got some snow. They were calling for blizzard conditions. It wasn't a blizzard. They always do that. Actually, in my life here in Colorado, I've lived here my entire life, other than 1 year in Tacoma, Washington. I've only seen a handful of what you would call real blizzards. And here's Weird City Citizen. Thank you so much for being with us. How you doing? Weird City Citizen, who are you? I feel like, do I know you? Hopefully he'll say something. Anyway, Bovada has listed the Nuggets as 18-1. They were 17-1 yesterday from the UK. That is amazing. And I love that. I love that profile picture. That looks like something out of Clockwork Orange or something. Is that right? Hilton UK. That is unbelievable. We're gonna do some more hotel videos for you. But for now, we're talking about the NBA playoffs. I'm sure you're enthralled. Clockwork Orange, absolutely. But it's funny. Yesterday I was talking about how I just obsessively watched basketball when I was a kid, especially college basketball, and how I had memorized the entire Seton Hall lineup, just not even intentionally, just because ESPN constantly played their games. And this gentleman, Arturas Karnisovas, Sean McDonough for ESPN, mispronounced the guy's name. And I was commenting on yesterday's live broadcast. I looked up Arturas Karnisovas last night. He's the general manager of the Nuggets. That's how much I know. That's how much I know. You know, we're focusing a lot of this on the Nuggets, and I don't even know who the general manager is. I thought it was Tim Connolly, but he's the president of operations or something like that. I went to the doctor yesterday, and he said that I'm so unhealthy. I have to stop eating vegetables. Unbelievable. Anyway, for Nuggets tickets are actually the most affordable of any of the first round games. They're going for $44. Those are the cheapest up in the rafters. That's night work, dude. It's bad for it. What do you mean? I'm just gonna have a conversation with Weird City Citizen, the one person that's watching this, and we appreciate him very much. Obviously a funny guy. We've seen him in the comments. I tend to disable the comments. Yeah, 3 to 11. 3 to 11. I don't do night audits anymore. I used to. What shift do you do? Do they have similar shifts? Oh, you do night. Is it night audit right there, right now in London? Is it night audit? 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Do you get an hour for lunch? I'm assuming it's a Hilton, so it's a full service hotel. God, could you believe that? Guys in London. $8 p.m. and a half an hour for lunch. The most interesting series, I think, is going to be that Blazers Oklahoma City. If you're looking to put money down, that one's anyone that can guess that. Everything else, I think, is going to be pretty straightforward. If you can guess the winner on that one, you could probably make some money. The first game is going to be in Portland, -3. But I'm really so I'm with Staybridge Suites now, Weird City Citizen, and it's right next to the hotel that I used to work at Hampton Inn. And that's the one thing about Staybridge. I don't know if they have Staybridge in the UK. That's exactly what I was going to say. I love Hilton. I miss the employee rates, and I miss it's just a great company. Except here in the U.S., I imagine it might be similar in the UK. A lot of these hotels are franchised, and it really just depends on who your management company is. And this was a really bad one. Oliver Company, horrible company. And the company that I currently work for they are absolutely great. KWB Hotels. Weird City. Have you been to the US? You absolutely should. You should get that employee rate. I recommend the West Coast. The West Coast is absolutely great and probably very different from where you live. California, they people are always trashing California, but it's amazing. That's my favorite place to go. And I would love to go to London. Maybe you could put me up. But I've got to take Charlie for his walk. We got some snow here, Weird City. Danny Moore. Yeah, he's for some reason I get along well with people that have brain issues, neurological disorders, personality disorders. Although he seems a lot more level than most people that have homes here in the U.S. Yeah, Danny, and it's funny. My neighbor Gene, I think you know who Gene is, the guy that was gonna shoot me. I think he's absolutely great. He needs to have his own YouTube channel, and I don't know, he's been a little distant. But yeah, we need to get more Danny Moore, hopefully more homeless. What's the homeless situation like in the UK? Prime Minister May is a bag lady. And so what's going on with Billy Corgan, Jeremy Corbyn, I think it is. He was the homeless is optional. That's amazing. He was getting a lot of press. He's kind of like your version of. Do you like Corbyn? What are your feelings on Corbyn? We need a Marxist here. I'm telling you, we just to kind of reset. Every so often you need a reset. We desperately need one here. I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm a big Bernie Sanders supporter, and I've been a fan of his for forever. And it would be if he became president, it would be, if I could go talk to myself back in 2011 when I first started hearing him on the radio, it would be a complete shock. Thank you for saying that. And Jeremy Corbyn, of course, I see him on the Jimmy Dore show. They cover him sometimes. He's very like-minded. He's amazing. And this is great conversation with Weird City Citizen. Got to get New York over here, but we'll do more interviews with the homeless if that's what you want. And I've got to take Charlie for his walk. Thank you so much for being with me, and we'll talk to you soon, my friend. Thank you. One more question here. Have you seen Corbyn's house? He lives in a very modest house. I haven't. I'll look into it. The one thing that I found funny was Iran's president Ahmadinejad. I don't know if you remember him. About 10 years ago, he said Israel needs to be wiped off the face of the earth. I don't endorse that, but he was riding a bus. He was riding a bus in Tehran, and the people loved him for that. He, at least in some respects, he put his money, where his mouth was. He public transit. I ride public transit. People like that. I mean, and no one's saying that government officials don't deserve to live a good life and have money, but it's just astronomical unfairness in this country these days, and I think it's happening all over the West. I think it's happening in the UK as well. Yeah, and of course Israel is supported by our governments, and it's funny you hear right wingers all the time. You know, blonde hair, blue eyed right wingers, uh, totally in favor of Israel's policy towards the Palestinians. That horrible policy, those that open air prison that they have over there. But then you have Jewish people like Bernie Sanders supporting the Palestinians. So everything's backward. Up is down, down is up. But I'm going to catch you later. Great conversation, and we'll talk to you soon.